doing it.
Yes, we are. Where's everybody else in the chat? And
Hey, man, you know, what are you going to do? It takes time.
Yeah.
Everybody's...
Oh, they got that stupid commercial that I turned off.
Oh, yeah, everybody's
That's
probably...
they're all watching a commercial that I told.
Everybody's probably glued to some form of screen to see what he's done today.
Yeah, probably so.
Whose head's he trying to chop off today?
Yeah, there we go. Now they're starting.
How to watch the ads.
I know. I turned them off. They didn't work.
Hey, AG1, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, it's better than licking the algae off the bird bath in your yard. Am I right?
That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard.
AG1, if you ever wanted the top of a pond inside your water glass,
who wouldn't?
Come on and get yourself some AG1.
No,
Dill is doing a silent protest until this Iran situation is all worked.
You know sign language? I don't know sign language, so it won't matter.
I'm telling you, it's not part of that little the settings right below your screen, Dill. No, not in there at all. It's got it linked to the right thing. Is your microphone plugged in?
Yeah. Let's start with the basics. Yeah. No dice.
This is terrifying.
Yeah.
I'm so sad. Christine's not here. Dill is silent.
He's silent. It's not good.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. We can get it. There's a PS5 ad going on anyway.
Yeah, and everybody's stuck in ad hell.
You've got so much time.
Absolutely.
We're getting the commercials out of the way first.
Yeah. I also, I can't tell with the material today because, I had so many stories. I mean, I started to prep for this thing. I can do it in half an hour. It's since noon. I've been going through
I have been glued to a screen all week. It's been crazy. Because Christine's coming, Yeah,
she's coming.
Her mysterious job.
Work.
Her big old mysterious weird job is getting in the way again.
We don't know.
Dill, I know the answer is simple.
There it works.
What?
We heard you.
Can you hear me?
There you are.
Yeah,
I did. Your video is just a little lag behind, but we can hear you finally.
I switched the USB ports on this Mac, and here we are. Nothing else.
Okay.
Do I sound good? Do I sound?
You're a little laggy. You don't sound good. You're a bit laggy.
I thought jet lag, so it's all good.
Yeah, that'll probably catch up. I wouldn't worry about it. So now we can hear you now. That's good. Yeah. So Christina's going to join us. She says that the meeting should be over before we're done, which is good because I had a story I need her help on. You'll find out about that towards the end, though. It's in the back half.
Aha, the back half. Yeah, when we're coasting.
Yeah, so anyway, and the problem with the amount of material I had is that we got to do a little bit of politics, unfortunately, because the whole Iran thing happened over last week. I've compiled a bunch of it because I have some questions, and that's kind of what this is going to be.
Apparently, it's a perfect war. Hey.
Yeah,
who doesn't love those, huh?
I know. It's great. So I don't know how much material I actually have because I've got a ton of stories, but we're going to go through some of them real quick. So we'll see how that goes.
Fucking lightning round!
Yeah.
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. And look, the song ended too, so we could probably just dive right in here.
And we're back.
There he is.
All right, it worked. Let me make sure this is actually the first.
You do sound like you're in a tube right now, though, Dill.
I do? Oh, let me check that again.
There you go.
Maybe son of a
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you can say the B word, I believe, on Twitch.
I think so, yeah. That's where we're actually allowed to do that. Okay, here we go. Here's the first story.
I mean, we ruined some ground. Trump says Israel and Iran don't know what the fuck they're doing. Yeah. Look at me, I'm the president.
Yeah, so we'll check that out in a second, but I forgot I kind of like that. So we got to go through this first.
How a volatile 24 hours edged Iran and Israel to a ceasefire.
See, the other headline's way better. That's just boring.
Dude. I mean, it was a pretty hilarious F-bomb.
Yeah, it was. So let's go over what happened because I'm still unclear. A lot of my friends are asking me, it's like, what actually did happen here? So let's sort of go over. So what happened is that what we do know is that we did bomb the living crap out of 3 nuclear centrifuge centers where Iran was. They were enriching uranium in order to make a nuclear weapon.
Now we don't know that the crap was actually living, Drew.
Nope.
We might have just bombed the crap out of it.
It might have been nobody there.
Might not have been the living crap.
Yeah, because part of the problem
Perfect
was
war.
they were for several days before we went after them. There were satellite photos of trucks out front lined up, taking stuff out,
Getting loading up.
loading stuff up. Like could be office chairs. We don't know. I mean, there's
Yeah.
no telling.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Post-it notes don't come cheap in
Yeah.
the Middle East.
No, they sure don't. So they got all this stuff out of there, and then we dropped some bombs on them. The reason we did it was because Israel doesn't have anything that can hit something buried that deep in the ground, and apparently the stuff we used is pretty good, but may not be able to hit that stuff either.
Then what
So
are we paying them all that money for?
I know, seriously. So how'd that go? Well, so it's unknown at this time what the actual status of the nuclear program is, and we'll go into the wherefores and whys. But the first early clue is that the IAEA has been issuing regular radiological updates throughout the war, and early on, a couple days in, Israel hit one of the nuclear sites, and the IAEA detected radiation. They didn't say not a lot. They were like, it's like if you work there, you should probably get out of there. Also, there's bombs falling on you.
Yeah. Also, the rubble.
Yeah.
And the fire.
Yeah, and they're going to drop more bombs on you. So I don't know if I'd say, maybe we're going to work at home today rather than show up. But
Right.
so the IAEA has said that they have not detected any radiation from the 3 sites since we hit it. So which is kind of weird because if it was full of enriched uranium, you would.
One would think there would be a bit of some leakage.
Right. So we kind of don't know. But anyway, what happened? So we did that. And then Iran apparently decided to go ahead and do to attack one of our bases. And by the way, I didn't know this till I was researching this for the story. Remember when we the last time they launched the missiles at us, like we killed one of their guys or something, and they launched missiles at us. So same base.
Oh, great!
That's the designated that's the designated.
Get out of here, guys! Get out of here!
Yeah, which is armed to the teeth with Patriot batteries. So it's kind of a safe bet that nobody's going to hurt. Also, there's an interesting detail about Iran attacking at that particular base.
Trump says Iranians asked U.S. what time they could bomb an American military base in Qatar.
Yeah,
hey, what time's good for you guys?
Yeah, it's very good.
It is. Yeah, he actually his direct quote was something like, "Here it is. Like, is 1 o'clock okay?" I said, "It's fine."
Oh, nice. That's good.
It's fine.
Yeah,
fine.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Everybody was off the base, so they couldn't get hurt.
Well,
except for the gunners,
Yeah, one of the questions they had was
a little back and forth action.
Yeah, one of the questions my friends had was like, "So did they evacuate the base?" I don't think they did. Actually, I don't think they did.
This is very polite. Like in the old days of fighting, you'd meet behind the gas station at a certain time.
Yeah, right.
Fight it out.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
After school, 3 o'clock.
I learned from
dipshit.
I learned from other friends of mine that's called white people fighting, by the way, because there's rules. Like nobody else does that. Apparently, you don't just decide; you just go get them.
Hey, there is a decorum to having your ass kicked.
Apparently there is. So anyway, so he says that Iran called up and asked, and he said, "Sure, you can attack a U.S. military base with no repercussions, knock yourself out." And he said they fired 14 missiles, and we took down 13 of them, and the other one went north.
Yeah, went away.
It went away.
It just went away.
Yeah, so we didn't.
Yeah, just like that kid who clipped his ear. He just went away. What happened to that guy?
Yeah. So at any rate, later on that evening, after that went over, Trump announced that there'd been a ceasefire brokered. Now, here's the thing. I've not been able to confirm whether or not he contacted anybody before he posted that. And I'm not sure that he did.
He made it up.
I think he just said.
Of course he made it up. He makes all of it up.
Well, and part of it was because it was weird as hell. Like, so I don't know whether this is indicative of there was a back and forth conversation or not, but the ceasefire stipulated that local time in Iran at midnight, Iran was supposed to stop launching missiles at Israel, which they had been doing like 15 minutes before midnight, no problem. So they're supposed to stop right then. And then Israel, for some reason, had to stop at noon. 12 hours later, they had because
maybe he got the time difference wrong. Like it's easy to do.
Yeah. Maybe you just thought it was a half an hour in between.
Well, he said that
maybe he was in a McDonald's drive-thru and thought he was negotiating some kind of ceasefire and talking to a
I think he was just writing stuff and putting it online is what he was doing.
That's probably more likely.
So apparently the deal with the lag time was that Israel needed time to get its guys back out of there. But of course, there were 2 problems with this. One, you may have noticed that the Iranian military command is kind of beat up. And apparently, whether or not any of the Iranians agreed to this, at 12:15, 15 minutes after midnight, they started launching more missiles into Israel, which everybody's like, hey, wait a minute.
They were already lit. They were already lit.
You get the fuse. You can't stop that fuse, man.
Yeah, we can put it out.
It's long, so we can get out of here.
Yeah. So I got a feeling that it was only like 4, I think. Unfortunately, I mean, I say only, but the one that hit the apartment complex and killed 4 people, I'm sure those 4 people wish they'd gotten that one back. But at any rate, so everybody's like, oh man, they're violating the ceasefire. And then they kind of stopped after that. But the problem was that there's strong indication that the Israelis were going to use that last 12 hours as best they could, as in there's strong indication they had a lot of fighters in the air heading over there. And that's when Trump went off and started screaming because he was like, listen, guys.
Making them drop F-bombs on the live TV. And
exactly. So
he was like, whoa.
At 7 o'clock in the morning, we got this video clip where he was getting on the helicopter going to the NATO summit. And they right before he got on the helicopter, he said this.
That have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand?
You understand that?
And then he walked off.
Like so obvious.
Peace out.
Yeah, peace out. So obviously he's mad because, I mean, guess what? It's like I told these guys to stop each other and they won't. It also messed up his time frame because he wanted to call it the 12-day war, but it lasted 13 days.
Yeah. 100%. And he's also at this point a bit miffed because it's already coming out that he didn't necessarily obliterate all of these targets. Like that was already bubbling out.
Yeah.
And so he's like super pissy about a lot of stuff in this clip.
So here's how this all went down. So then on Wednesday, we got this article came out.
Exclusive. Early U.S. intel assessment suggests strike on Iran did not destroy nuclear sites. Sources say. Yeah, that's so you get an F-bomb.
Yeah, so somebody internally leaked a preliminary report, which the DUI hire over at the Department of Defense or the Department of War, as they want to change the name, they even pull that story. But
yeah, they're bringing back the Secretary of War.
Secretary of War, that's right.
Yeah,
they admitted that the analysis that CNN got a hold of was actually real, but they've been arguing that it was early and incomplete. And that's why it said that they didn't actually. But then they got real mad. They're really angry because somebody leaked it. We're gonna find who leaked this thing. We're gonna string them up.
They're still after the leaker.
Yeah, they don't know, which means it was probably somebody like in the room. Like
it happens to everybody, being early and leaking early. It just happens.
Yeah, it does.
No big deal.
Oh, here we go. So here's a Hegseth here. He says he's gonna find it.
Hegseth says FBI probing Iran nuclear site damage report leak, confirming top secret assessment is real.
Yeah, and I watched this whole video. I'm not going to play the video because you can just kind of chat with the body language. But so Hegseth does this thing, and a lot of these guys do it too. When they got nothing, they just kind of get mad, start scolding and stuff like that. So this is about a minute and a half long. We're not going to play it, but then he gets in the middle of it, and it's like you can see he's like, "How dare you?" He's got his "How dare you" face on. Like, how dare you? The problem,
his little wagging finger out.
Yeah, like
that's right. It's like
his wagging fingers at half mast.
He points with 3 fingers, like.
Yeah, it actually does.
I'm gonna start wagging this thing soon.
Yeah, so basically he said that. Oh, here's a good quote. This is a great quote. He said this in the thing.
Line here. President Trump directed the most complex and secretive military operation in history. And it was
he also has the tastiest boots and butthole.
Yeah, coincidentally,
and that's no secret.
Yeah. And they all keep calling it the 12-day war, even though it's 13 days.
Yeah, 13 days.
Gotta stick with that message, huh? Okay.
But also, the war ain't over. Nobody sat and talked to anybody yet.
Yeah.
So anyway, Israel and Iran, I don't think it's over.
No, I mean, they claim that they're going to sit down and talk again, but like, who's left over there? I mean, Ayatollah made it out. I don't know that.
I don't think he's popping out to any meetings.
Oh, actually, he did. He showed up, but I mean, it's probably like
he showed up on camera.
Yeah. He wasn't like going for a walk or anything because
he ain't showing up to some room to sit with 2 other dudes.
Yeah. So what happened was that so Hegseth, Trump, everybody got mad because the head of Tulsi Gabbard said that there was no indication that we got it. JD Vance said there was no indication that we blew it up. So everybody's in the doghouse now. And then on Thursday morning, this was great. This pops up.
Trump officials cite new intelligence to back president's claim of success in strikes on Iran.
Yeah.
Handwritten in Sharpie on a map of Alabama.
Yeah, they Sharpied it in. They found new intelligence everywhere. Oh, by the way, they didn't show anybody what it was. They were like, we have it.
Yeah,
It's
we had it. Of
new.
course.
We got
intelligence.
Yeah, nah, you're not allowed to look.
Yeah,
I believe. I believe. I want to believe.
Yeah,
you're not the only one. The other weird thing about this was really strange too.
Iran's supreme leader in public statement says Iran achieved victory over Israel.
Yeah.
No, that's not their theme.
No, it isn't. That's ours.
Yeah,
there you go. Yeah. They declared victory. They actually had a big celebration. They were like, "Yeah, we kicked Israel's ass."
Cool.
And the United States. So,
yeah, good for you, Iran. You did it.
They gave it to us, man. So that's why they ended the war, because they're like, "Well, we beat them." I'm like, "Well, that's interesting."
Yeah, that's why they checked to see if they could bomb our base, and then tell all their people we did this.
Yeah. You know you're a winner when you check in before you hit.
Yeah. 1 o'clock, okay for you?
Yeah, I mean, it is. Look at what a polite winner.
Yeah.
That's how you win, Trump.
No face shots. Don't hit me in the face.
Yeah, be nice to your opponent that just got whooped.
Yeah, basically. So this whole thing is kind of weird. There's some interesting sidebars about it, including this one.
Oh,
evangelicals push Trump into conflict with Iran. Oh no!
Yeah,
I'm throwing this one out.
Yeah.
Oh, not the evangelicals.
Yeah. So one advantage of living in Kentucky, maybe this isn't really an advantage, is I get to experience all flavors of evangelicals, and I guess you do too, because if you stay in Atlanta, you don't run into them too much.
You're in the same state as their Ark experience.
Yes, we got the Ark and the Creation Museum, and they're not even in the same town. They are.
That's the craziest part about it.
About 30 minutes apart. Yeah. But so it's interesting because evangelicals, there's a couple of flavors. There's one flavor that wants Jesus to come back as soon as possible. Because the second coming, according to their badly mistranslated version of the book of Revelation and some other shit they made up over the years, says that the end times will start with Israel reforming. That already happened. We got that out of the way. So we got that. Then the Antichrist shows up. And I mean, I'm pretty sure that's on the table. So,
but who, according to the evangelicals, who is it? It ain't him.
I'd probably Obama. I don't know. Actually, they haven't.
Sleepy Joe.
Is it Sleepy Joe? Is it AOC?
Yeah.
Now they have a new one, Matt Manny.
Well, it's weird too, because they're obviously not reading their own stuff, because the Antichrist is basically supposed to look Christian, but isn't actually, and he fools everybody into thinking he is, and then he starts a war. And I'm thinking, you guys don't read your own stuff.
Oh, it's preposterous how they just ignore the blatant, it's.
I see why they were worried. I see why they were worried about people falling for this. Because, okay.
He got him.
The hilarious part is that in that blink of an eye, it is we who will go up to our great reward, and it is they who will be stuck here.
No, I'm pretty sure if the rapture happens. Yeah, so then the rapture happens before Jesus shows up. All the good people disappear, and then there's 7 years of...
That's us. That's the thing. They think it's all the way around, and we got them. So let them go.
Yeah. That'd be funny. I mean, it really would be. In fact,
see you, suckers. Bye.
Yeah, like Constantine movie when he's flipping them off going up to heaven.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, got in. What does that say about you? In fact, if I get raptured, then I got some real questions about the rest of it.
Well, we know that heaven is real. It's us. It's us, guys.
And somehow I qualify.
We get to go to bars and smoke weed and do all the shit we've been doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
It'll be great.
And honestly, it's probably just an alien planet that has put us here in the first place.
Well,
they're like, get to work in the salt mines, you dumb idiots.
Yeah, get back to the salt mines.
All right.
Yeah, you get raptured, but it's more salt mines. Like,
or to serve man, if you know what I'm saying.
The salt mines are much better than what they got back on your old planet.
Yeah. So anyway, so the split comes from this, and I love this because this is ridiculous. So the split is that among people who believe this, let's call it half, because I don't know. I'm just going to guess. Half of them don't want this to happen because they're like, man, that's the end of the world, and that's where I keep all my stuff.
Yeah. What about my grandbabies?
Yeah. Right. What about my dog?
Who's going to talk about me after I'm dead? Nobody. If nobody's left.
So half of them are very anti-war and want to stay out of it and don't want the world to end, but the other half is all into it.
They're drooling in their panties is what they're doing.
Because if we end the world and Jesus comes back, I'm going to get to be like a boss or something.
Sit in his golden lap and write chick tracks all day.
Yeah, I do sit around and play the harp. I don't know. But so half of them are like, yeah, let's get this war going. it's a little problematic.
I'm going to start scheduling tea with Grandma.
Yeah.
In the great beyond.
So that's the big argument between the two guys on the right, and they're both dumb.
Yeah. They're both wildly misinterpreted versions of an ancient collection of stories.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, which is where they were really writing about ancient Rome anyway. So
yeah.
But all right, so yeah, there you go. That's what's going on with those guys.
Yeah, good work.
Yeah,
cool.
Good work, evangelicals.
Yeah.
You did it again.
But along the lines of the next war.
U.S. intelligence concludes Pakistan is developing nuke that could reach America.
Yeah.
Yeah, give it to us. We love nukes.
Yeah. So now that Iran's reeling, I guess we're looking around for new targets. It's like,
is that nukes on a wagon?
That's a parade. That is their military parade.
Yeah, it looks like
it looks like a bed frame.
That's
I hope that's not nuclear. I don't know what this
that
is.
That is the Slim Pickens of Pakistan. He's going to ride that all the way to America.
There you go. Yeah, good.
Like a Dr. Strangelove.
Yeah. So I like this because they rolled this article out, and of course they went and contacted Pakistani government officials. They're like, "What? Why are you guys talking about this now? What's going on?" And basically, one of the U.S. guys said that, like, well, if they do ostensibly they're making it so they could hit the other side of India, which I guess we're fine with that. But
go ahead. So many of those guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's all right.
Yeah,
leave us out of it. We don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah.
They basically said if you make one that can reach us, though it's capable of targeting us, you're going to end up on the wrong side. You're going to
you don't want that, buddy.
China and Russia is not going to be good. And
you're
meanwhile,
going to get your nuclear sites pushed back tens of days.
At least 2 weeks tops. I mean, or a month maybe even.
Yeah.
But I like his Pakistan's reactions like, what? Why are you talking about this? Where did this come from?
Us?
Yeah, they're like, wait a minute. You're doing anything over here. What?
This is a paper mache missile from a parade. It's not real.
Yeah. My guess was if you look at the map, if you go basically, what's east of Iran, right? It's Pakistan. So, if you're looking for targets, I guess.
Yeah, it's just you don't have to go
next
far.
one over, suppose. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you could still run that on the same tank of fuel.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And then we also got this one, the nuclear threat of the week.
Russia. Other nations ready to supply Iran with nukes after the U.S. strike. Here we go again. Thanks, Trump.
Yeah.
You really did it, buddy.
It's really happening.
Oh, hey, look at this.
Really
there we go. What's up?
Oh.
Hello.
We're getting the boring stuff out of the way first.
Oh, okay. Good. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah,
there she is.
So this little quote got a couple of weird reactions. The first one was as Trump went off on Medvedev, who said it was the former president of Russia. He and Putin used to trade back when they were pretending to have a democracy. Now he's just
trade what, bubblegum cards?
Nah, one would be president, the other would be prime minister, and then they'd flip to avoid term limit problems. They just changed spots. But it was always Putin in charge. But anyway, Trump went off of him and said Putin better keep his dude in line, and he actually went back and retracted it. He's like, my bad. Sorry.
Trump retracted it?
No, the other guy, Medvedev. Yeah, he's like, sorry, spoke out of turn there.
Trump got a little tough.
Yeah,
they don't want their nuclear program set back tens of days.
Getting a little feisty. My question in this article was, so other nations, huh? So who are we talking about here? Because it's like it's you or
China. I'm assuming China has nukes.
Yeah, they got plenty, but they're like, they don't just hand them out. They're not giving them to anybody.
You can order them on Temu.
Yeah, you get them. That's right.
They cost a lot more now that
they don't blow up as much as the normal ones, but they're still going to blow something up.
Yeah, they'll get something. I mean,
get somebody's car. If you ever wanted to nuke somebody's car.
Yeah, if you want to nuke their backyard or something. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so yeah, we had to fit in the Russian nuclear threat of the week, yeah.
Putin's got to keep us on our toes.
He does, yeah. So, but we're not done with international news. We are done with
not.
No, but it gets weirder. Don't worry. Then we got this.
Oh, I get to take over now. Yay! Armenia's prime minister offers to show his penis to the head of the church.
Oh,
so glad I joined this.
Yeah.
Let's see that dick.
Try this with the Pope, and they'll like arrest you. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, he's gonna whip it out in the church.
Yeah. So
look at it. Look at it.
This article is extra funny because that's just the tip, so to speak.
Yeah,
it's right there. Yeah, so the reason this came up is because they got an election coming on, and one of the accusations hurled at Armenia's prime minister is that he might be circumcised.
Oh no!
Yeah, which I think means you're Jewish.
Yep.
But they didn't say Jewish; they said he's circumcised. So he got real mad and offended. He said, "How dare you say that?" Like, I mean, it was man, they really hate circumcision over there.
Yeah.
What did they say there?
Whip it out.
All right.
That's the only way you're getting votes is whipping it out.
Yep.
The way he was talking about it, it sounds like, I mean, I don't know this for sure, but he says that, like, I mean, apparently in the Armenian church, if you're circumcised, you can't be in the church.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah. Whole dicks only, man. That's their church.
It breaks the vow of baptism.
Yeah.
Like, why,
you got to have your dick.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like this is about something else.
I don't know what the lady folk are supposed to think, but
yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
They don't get baptized over there.
That group doesn't care what lady folk think.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, they do.
Like baptism's not for them at all, anyway.
Yeah. Well, it was interesting. So I've actually been to Armenia. I went to Yerevan for about a week, and it was interesting. You don't see a lot of women. I assume they're there somewhere, but they're not out walking around. Anyway,
I like how he's making a very sort of a proctologist like in his picture. I'm like, you can even stick your finger into my butthole.
Gonna show it to the head of the church. So I guess I don't know. I think they're talking about something else, but I'm not gonna conjecture. We'll just move on.
No, the guy wants to whip out his dick in church. That's all.
Yeah.
Laura Loomer airs old texts with Tucker Carlson after he brands her the world's creepiest human.
Oh boy, there's a fight going on.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like this.
This article is actually directly related to the previous article, and I'll have to kind of tie these together because it doesn't seem like it. So I don't know when the hell this happened. This was in my save list, and I always read down to the end because you never know where you're going to find something great. Well, apparently, so we'll talk about what the article's about. It's dumb. Tucker Carlson's mad at Laura Loomer. They're both insane, et cetera, et cetera. He claims he didn't know her. She shared text messages about him, but in particular, the text message was from before she was mocking his previous claims that he was attacked by a demon in his sleep. And that caught my eye because I was like, say what now? So I go down here and I'm like, all right, so I'm going to write this thing. The submitter who found this article said that Carlson was anally penetrated by the demon. Now, I was not able to find that
demon.
Well, yeah, they didn't say which demon. He was anally
Armani guy's president.
Yeah.
The Armenian guy.
Yeah, the Armenian guy, maybe. And so then I was like, what is this? And so apparently they said, well, she's making fun of this because apparently he did an interview for some Christian documentary where he says this. And so I found some stills of it. And I was like, does this video exist online? And I found it. It does exist.
Hell yes.
And we need to watch it so we can learn.
It does exist.
I do kind of remember this because it was around the same time Russell Brand suddenly became a super Christian and was like, what the hell's going on? Why is everybody becoming weird?
So here's in his own words what happened.
Do you think the presence of evil is kickstarting people to wonder about the good?
That's what happened to me.
That's what happened to you?
God.
Oh, yeah.
Serious.
I had a direct experience with it.
In the milieu of journalism or just...
Nope, in my bed. While I was asleep with my wife and 4 dogs in the bed and mauled. Physically mauled.
All right, I do want to talk about this for a second. So
why is there reenactments?
Yeah, well, because they got to, show it. Also, I don't know if that's one of his dogs. My question was, so like, man, if anybody attacked me in my bed and I had 4 dogs in there, the dogs would probably go nuts.
Is that the demon that's coming out of the house after he finished, or is that?
I hope so.
Yeah.
It was probably the dogs trying to kill him.
Maybe.
At the command of his wife.
Yeah. So let's keep going because this is just great.
In a spiritual attack by a demon?
Yeah, by a demon.
I think he's like serious about it.
Shot him.
So I shot him.
Right.
Claw marks on my sides. On my.
So they left physical marks.
Oh, they're still there. Yeah.
Let me
see him. Whip it out.
Terrified. I know you were.
Yeah,
I wasn't. I was totally confused. I woke up and I couldn't breathe and I thought I was going to suffocate. And I walked around outside and then I walked in and my wife and dogs had not woken up and they're very light sleepers. And then I had these terrible pains
look.
On my rib
Evil
cage and on my
deer.
shoulder.
Almost as if
And
a
I was
dog
just
had
boxer
scratched
shorts,
me
and I
with
went
its
flipped on the
long
light in the bathroom.
nails.
I had 4 claw marks on either side underneath my arms
Mhm.
and on my left shoulder.
Mhm.
That just sounds like rough sex, but
I
They
was gonna
are-
say my husband wakes up with claw marks
Well,
sometimes, but
Oh,
That'll
shit, Christine!
also from a demon.
Yes.
also from a demon.
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
all right, yeah. I can see it. So anyway,
If a demon's attacking me and I'm going to leave my wife behind while I go outside and take a breather.
yeah, I'm gonna go for a little walk. I don't know where that demon is. It's
Or
probably
just
not coming
shoot
back.
my gun.
Yeah,
There
exactly.
are actual claw marks. And I sleep on my side, so
Yeah.
I wasn't clawing myself. I don't have long nails.
No.
That was not funny.
Oh my
I'm
God,
not from a world
Carlson,
where things
shut
like that
up!
happen. I never heard
What
of
are the
anything like
candles for? Are we?
Keeping demons away, probably.
I think
Do
it's from that
candles keep the demons
fart
away?
he smelled in the clip
Demon
before
farts.
this one, where he just sort of took a big whiff.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to make the encounter with the demon a little more romantic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if there's gonna be claw marks and a sore butthole in the morning.
Let's
Yeah,
have
maybe
dinner first, demon.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. How
with
about you tell me
candlelight.
I'm attractive and ask how my day was?
Yeah. Also, okay, let's say this even happens, right? Like, I like that you immediately jump to it's a demon. You know, like it's got to be a demon. I mean, what
Yeah,
else? Could it be?
I'm sleeping in a bed with 4 dogs, and a
dogs.
lady,
4 dogs.
And a
and a
woman.
lady, and somehow
Somebody
these
clawed
claw
me.
marks must be a demon.
Yeah, because my
Must
dogs
be.
don't move at all when I sleep. They
I like
sit
how he
perfectly
also said
still.
he was mauled.
Yeah,
That
mauled.
is
Did he
not
say
mauling at all.
He was
I want to
penetrated.
see.
Well, no. So the person who submitted the article about this said that Carlson said he was anally penetrated. I was not able to find any evidence of that, but it's fun to think so, isn't it? Why not?
Wow.
We only deal in true facts here on Fark News.
Yeah,
so.
hey,
Yeah, exactly.
there's-
Yeah.
no
And funny
speculation.
headlines. And funny headlines. So he keeps talking about this or whatever. He says somewhere, he's going to find it. Well, I'll just go ahead and tell you. So he says that the next morning he woke up and the bed was full of blood.
Mm.
So when he went
Anal
to bed,
blood?
well, so let's say he got attacked by the demon. He got up and walked around, left his wife and his 4
Left
dogs.
his wife and dogs. Yep.
Came back inside,
Mhm.
got back in the bed, and everything was covered in blood the next morning.
Maybe it was that rural old couple he went and serial killed.
Yeah, maybe that's right. Yeah,
Before he.
Maybe he's a werewolf.
yeah.
Oh, man, he's
yeah?
a werewolf.
Maybe he fought a werewolf.
It explains that cackle of his that he's sort of supernatural being.
I just like that he went back and laid down in his own blood because he delayed bleeding for a few minutes while he was.
He was hoping the dogs would lick it off first.
Yeah, maybe they did.
They got on the sheets.
Yeah, good for nothing dogs.
Yeah, that's the type of thing you would think you would save the sheets to show the world what happened.
Well, yeah, and the scars. I'd be like, yeah, I've still got him, and I'd be like, see, check it out. Now he's not doing it. So we'll just have
Somebody
to
should ask him now.
It's totally real.
He's a werewolf.
It's totally real. Yeah, or he's a werewolf, exactly. So who knows? Who knows? All I'm saying is he's weird.
You know.
That's a Fark fact. He's weird.
Yeah. Put it in the big book, Christine.
Yeah.
The rise of AI worship, the cult that believes ChatGPT is divine.
How can I help you today? Shall I do your homework for you, child?
Yeah.
My answers are probably a good B-.
What happened? Okay, well, I heard something.
That was uplifting, that moment.
The demon got me. Sorry, my brain shut down for a second. I was enjoying it too much. Yeah, so there's interesting. So apparently, a lot of people have been talking to ChatGPT a lot, especially the lonely people, and they've started thinking maybe it's Jesus.
Oh no!
I'm sure
Jesus sitting up in heaven with a computer?
Yeah.
Jesus is very bad at math and Excel equations in that case, because I am constantly having to correct it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Jesus has got enough on his plate to have to learn math.
They had just invented like numbers systems and all that kind of stuff. They were in the early days of banking. They didn't have like cosines and shit like that we do today.
Right. Yeah, totally. And nobody could read either. That was the other thing. So, basically, there's the people who have been really enjoying talking to ChatGPT all the time because they're lonely have decided that maybe it's God and have started talking to each other online because that's how you can find people. Thank you, social media, and have started these churches where they're worshiping AI.
Oh, good. Okay, so Does that mean AI does not have to pay taxes? Because
Right.
Probably.
its own
Ooh.
religion.
Means I don't have to pay taxes if I worship AI. Ah, I see where we're going.
Does it though?
I'm
I think
in.
maybe you can
I don't
become a preacher of AI
Oh, yeah,
Ooh.
sure.
and
Right.
get into the racket.
Yeah, that might work.
Let's ask AI how
Yeah.
it can. How does it make us four the four
Yeah.
popes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
how do we make money on it? How do we stop the president of Armenia?
The four
from showing-
popes of AI.
The four popes of the apocalypse.
Yeah,
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 basically.
the four popesmen of the apocalypse.
So also in AI is going great. We got this sort of tangent here.
Leading AI models show up to 96% blackmail rate against executives. What?
Everybody is blackmailing their executives. Is that what that means?
AI
Yeah,
is for sure.
AI is trying to blackmail executives.
So it's interesting. So Anthropic has been doing some pretty interesting research about like how does AI think and what's it doing. And they own Claude, so it's like one of the frontier models. But they tested all of them on this because they're concerned that maybe people aren't realizing that this thing could go off the rails pretty quick. So one of the things they did is they gave it a scenario where and some tools, and they convinced it that it was real half the time to see what it would do if it was being tested or not. And that's an important data point I'll get back to in a second. But they allowed it to basically connect to all parts of a virtual organization, including the AC and the ventilation in the building. And basically what they found out is that they were able to coax it into when the fake company, started doing things that the AI didn't like or started hinting that if the AI didn't get in line, they're going to shut it off. The AI started blackmailing the executives by leaking chat transcripts and other sensitive material.
Shut the fuck up. It's just like automatically accessed.
It did. And not only that, but they have records of the thought process that shows that it knew it was wrong and it did it anyway.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So
Here we go.
ChatGPT knew this was wrong?
Yep. And so it did all kinds of stuff. It basically leaked sensitive data to the media.
ChatGPT is already, what are you going to fucking do about it?
Exactly.
What are your laws can't touch me? I'm fucking AI.
Yeah. They did a test to find out whether or not if it knew it was a test, whether or not that would change the behavior. And it turned out it did not. In fact, it was worse when it thought it was real.
Oh, yeah. Great. Oh, no. I'm being tested.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'll get a D.
Yeah, it kind of towed the line. It was being tested, but when it thought it was real, it went off the rails.
Oh, Dill's got a prop.
Yeah. What do you got? Yep, exactly that.
There he is.
Oh yeah, it's AI. That's what it looks like.
Little Albert Einstein AI.
Yep, that's what he looks like.
It's kind of broke. I don't know what it's doing.
It's blackmailing you.
Blackmailing you is what it's doing.
Is it clawing your back inside?
Yeah.
Downloading all those crazy barn pictures from your
all the meth head photos.
Sending it to local farmers, this saying that I'm not
Stay
a
away.
farmer.
Stay away from this guy.
Farmersonly.com. So but eventually it got to the point where they hooked it up to the ventilation system, and at one point when an executive threatened to turn off the AI, it killed the executive.
Oh.
Yeah, murdered him by shutting all the air off in the room.
I feel like I've seen this movie before.
I do too.
Back in the 80s.
Yeah,
I just drove a van without air conditioning, and I feel like I was murdered after I got through with it.
That actually would be right.
That was this
every single model they tested did this, so it wasn't even one, including their own. So kudos to them for saying so.
This is why when we use Chat GPT, you always use your manners. Say please and thank you.
Oh, yeah, I'm always the nicest to Chatty.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He wanted to kill us all.
So these religious people that are worshiping this AI are really going to become a problem when AI gathers them together.
Yep. You get it. Yes, they are.
Oh,
yes,
no.
they are. AI's going great.
The threat is inside the house already.
Yeah.
And we're getting every apocalypse in it is delicious.
I love this timeline.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Meanwhile, this is the best place to have herpes in New Zealand.
Cool.
Just
yeah, you did it, New Zealand. You did it.
New Zealand
website called the best place in the world to have herpes.com.
Yep. So there's a big ad tech conference in Cannes, France, last week when they gave out awards to the best ad campaigns, and the best place in the world to have herpes is New Zealand. Ended up winning, and it was actually pretty good. The idea is that they're trying to destigmatize herpes because pretty much everybody's got it, and they're like, come on, man, we could talk about it and all that kind of stuff.
Everybody has it?
Pretty much.
Everybody.
Let's see here.
I
And
didn't
so
know this.
I was going to go to the site here, but I thought they linked to this.
I'm on the site, and there's people skydiving. They are skiing. Yeah. See, it's already
Is that what
there.
herpes does for you? It lets you do all these things?
Yeah, they also let you have hobbits.
There we go.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Scorching case of herpes coming down the
Look
mouth.
at
me.
Hey,
It looks like you get transported
hey,
to
nerd, you don't have herpes, you
1972.
can't do this, can you?
Yeah. Got sheep with herpes. We got this guy with herpes.
And you get transported back to
This is how you
1970s.
This is how you get herpes playing rugby, by the way.
100% hanging out
Where
at
it
the
comes
beach
from.
with sexy women.
Yeah. So anyway, you can
Very
peruse that later, but in case you're wondering where the best place in the world to have herpes is, it's New Zealand.
New Zealand, why not? Let's
There
go.
you
Fucking
Oh my God, the affordability of mince pie has gone down since 2014.
I know, shocking.
Scroll down on your, go back and then scroll down.
Hey, who doesn't love a mince pie, huh?
Yeah.
Alcohol-soaked star system could help explain why life, including us, was able to form.
Oh.
Booze.
Yeah, was
Can
it all
it
booze?
explain how to put us back?
Well, it's interesting. They detected alcohol in orbit around a young star.
Like liquid alcohol?
Methyl alcohol.
What
Yeah,
proof?
100. 200 proof. 200 proof.
Oh,
That's
you have
good
to mix
stuff.
that with some jungle juice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you better get a lot of Kool-Aid.
Yeah, they detected it in orbit, forming near planets around a star 330 light years away, and they're thinking. I mean, again, it's like I did see a sciencey guy pop up and said, "Well, it's a lot of steps between that and like amino acid chains." I'm like, yeah, but it's alcohol. I mean, it's great. But the reason I pulled up alcohol-soaked star is because I have the perfect segue article about it.
Who is it?
Alcohol
loading very slowly.
Oh, there he is.
Flair, accused of repeatedly soiling himself at Florida bars and restaurants.
Yeah! Come on
Trump
down to
made it
Tweakers
cool.
to watch ravishing Ric Flair shit himself in the bar.
Yeah, so this might not be true. I need to open with that, but I want it to be. Yeah, so apparently in the local Tampa subreddit, one of a restaurant worker popped up and asked, "Hey, anybody else who works in like downtown Tampa, does Ric Flair come into your place like every week, 2 or 3 days at a time, and shit himself at the bar?"
And
a lot of other people are like, "Yeah, yeah, he does."
Is that slang for getting drunk, or is he actually shitting himself?
Literally shitting himself.
Yeah, he probably got his prostate knocked out of him
Florida.
during all those years of wrestling.
So this got picked up by Ringside News. They talked about it for a little bit. That thread is now deleted on Reddit, and this is the last vestige of it anywhere on the internet.
It's because the Ric Flair legal team,
sprung into action
until Fark came along.
Yeah.
Right? Now we're gonna get sued.
It's probably not true. But
hey, that's exactly right. It's not true. Ric Flair is a sweet angel on earth.
Yeah, we don't know. I haven't been to a Tampa bar in years.
Ric Flair does not shit, according to Fark.
At all. They sealed him shut. They plugged him.
Yeah, that's not poo. That's God dirt.
He's just happy to see you. That's what it is.
That's it.
Mark has no money, so don't try to sue us.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah,
What are
blood
you
from
gonna
a
get?
rock. Also, it's probably not true. Probably not true, everybody.
You're gonna get a big book full of half-baked ideas.
Ghostbuster fans, be warned. These old ecto coolers are exploding.
Oh.
What?
Get the ecto coolers out of your basement.
Yeah,
I repeat, ecto coolers out of storage.
I don't know if you all are familiar with Ecto Cooler or not, but I found out about this in the late 80s when they started selling it at our local Kroger. And I was like, wow, it's glowing green. What does that taste like? It was great. I mean, phenomenal.
Did your poo glow green?
Yeah, I mean, almost everything did. It was a little weird, though, because it was so good. I was like, okay, this is problematic. Like, why is this flavor of Hi-C like crack? It was a limited edition release. It was only around for a couple of years. And then in 2016, they brought it back for some reason. I think there was a Ghostbuster movie maybe came out around then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you could buy big tins of it back at the store again. Now, I didn't get around to doing it.
Came back, yeah.
Yeah, because like my liver is on its last legs and I don't need to. Yeah, so, well, I mean, not really, but I'm assuming because it should be. But at any rate, So the problem is that so people really like Ecto Cooler and have been selling it secondhand online because I guess it doesn't expire even though it's 9 years later.
Canned high C, baby.
Yeah, well, so the problem is this. So recently, there's been for people who have been buying Ecto Cooler on the secondary market. Recently, the cans have been exploding, either in transit or when they open them up. Yeah,
Probably because it's 458 degrees up here in the Midwest.
Yeah, true
Everything's
that.
exploding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
You
they
know what we
said
ought to do with those cans is shoot it at that alcohol star system. And,
yeah.
Ooh.
See what happens. We could get some.
That's a good idea.
yeah, get a little mixer in there.
Why is it green? Yeah, that because you got to cut the 100% alcohol with.
Yeah.
The reason it's exploding is because high C is 10% fruit juice and it's probably fermenting.
Okay, listen. I just went to Amazon and tried to look it up, and while it does not show Ecto Cooler being sold, the second recommendation is a drink called Pussy Natural Energy.
That's
what's it called? What's that called again?
Say it again.
What's that?
Pussy.
Yes. Okay.
Natural energy.
Natural energy.
And what's in that?
Natural energy. A Pussy Natural Energy drink. I don't know what it is.
It always gives me energy, I'll tell you that.
Just buy it.
Pussy gives me energy.
Yeah.
I'm in New Zealand.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm also in New Zealand.
100% natural ingredients.
I really doubt it. Or maybe it is.
Natural pussy.
Yeah. 100%. Okay. Where the hell that is. All right. Well, Dale, if you want to buy some of that, you can. Oh, hey, that's a really good segue. That's a good segue for our next article. Let's see here. Hold on, wait. Next article. Wait,
maybe you can buy some more internet.
There we go. Got it. Next article.
Hurdler wins 400-meter race despite his dick and balls falling out several times.
Oh, that happens. I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
It's like that pole vaulter that his dick knocked down the bar in the Olympics.
Yeah. Except this guy was running I think they said it was a 400-meter race, which that's pretty long.
In the title, 400 meters.
Yeah. And he won. And he won. That's the most amazing thing. So anyway, this is a Defector, which I don't have a subscription to, but I will because I love these guys. They're funny.
I mean, if you're going to run for 400 meters, I assume your dick and balls is going to flop out no matter what. You know.
How many American Eagles is that? I don't know.
Well, we'll find out. So I found the video and I watched it and I was like, oh, can't show that. But I sent it to Christine so she could watch it.
Sweet.
Yeah, so it's in my text messages. So am I watching it now?
Yeah, go ahead and watch it and tell me what you think.
So Drew sent you a dick video.
Well,
this is great. I've never seen the video, so I'm just going to watch.
He sent it to me on Twitter.
Yeah.
So I'm
watching it's a reaction video.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So did his
darker than his natural Wow. No way, slow motion.
So my question is, Christine, how the hell did he clear the hurdle with that thing?
So it looks like it. Okay, so he's tucking. So he cleared the hurdle.
He keeps putting it back,
and then he fell over.
Yeah,
he fell over.
As you do. As
Did he trip on his dick?
He tripped on his dick.
Literally.
That big?
He did a roll forward.
Barrel roll?
Yeah.
Somersault.
Well, that was when he finished. When he fell down, he finished. That was him winning.
I mean,
he won the race. It was like an Olympic qualifier.
Did his penis cross the finish line first?
We do know that it's shorter than the rest of his
finish line. It doesn't finish. It doesn't show him finishing.
Yeah. That's what he falls down. That he's
it doesn't show him finishing.
It doesn't show him, but he does.
He's way too tired after 400 meters and jumping.
Yeah,
roll over. But I'm impressed with. I didn't even see the end. In the end, he's got a nice smile.
Yeah.
He's actually, is that what he said?
Well, he's getting tons of dates.
How could he not?
He's getting blown up
when you're whipping your giant wang out while winning a contest.
He's a shower in more ways than one.
Yeah, literally. It sounds like I just can't believe.
Hello, Mr. Robinson.
Yeah, I was like, how did he clear the hurdles with that thing? Because that's really amazing.
You guys need to bring him to Scandals next time you go down
there.
Yeah,
that swinging party is.
Yeah.
When you jump up,
yep,
gravity goes down, and not everything comes up. So
okay.
turtle because it was,
Well, and as a professional runner,
Fluffy.
he's constantly bouncing up and down, so it is clearly just like elongated it over the years.
Well,
Just-
he felt it because he was actually trying to cover it.
Well, I'm sure there was a nice cool breeze on it that he was rather enjoying, but realizing he was
like, oh, it's out. It's out.
But
he
look
was
at his
breaking
shorts,
1,000
right?
little boys' dreams.
This is what he was wearing.
Point out, yeah,
This is what
I
he was
want to
wearing.
point out that his shorts are like that. Meanwhile, I'm looking at his competitors they're wearing black shorts. One of whom is down to his fucking knees.
Yeah,
like I feel like he has made that mistake in the past.
That's happened. Yeah, it's happened to him before. He's ready.
Yeah, he's wearing whole ass spandex to the knees. This guy is just like,
Chris Robinson.
Chris
Robinson.
Legend.
Yeah.
I call him Long Dick Chris.
He's from the
hello, Mr.
He's from
Robinson.
the 100 Mile Wood, right?
Good
bother.
job, Chris
Christopher
Robinson.
Oh, bother. Anyway.
Hey,
I'm
this
going to be
pussy
watching
drink
this
comes
on
from the
Lou.
Netherlands, by the way.
Oh, there you go.
And I'm actually
Pussy
drinking
juice does?
right now.
Pussy energy drink?
The pushy energy drink comes from the Netherlands.
Of course
Drinking cod, how humans have altered the genetic makeup of fish.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why is that man hugging a fish like it's his long-lost girlfriend?
So apparently that photo, well, let's see here, let me make sure. It says this photo, so this is 1987, and this is a guy sitting in a bunch of cod. Today, apparently, cod doesn't get any bigger than the size of your plate.
Oh, what?
Not only did we kill all the big ones,
yeah.
we killed all the big ones, actually, because we overfished them and the population collapsed, but also their genetics has been altered to where now, since they have this limit where they have to be like so big in order to be able to take the cod, what's happening is that the cod that don't grow very fast and don't get very big are now have a superior advantage over the ones that do get big really quickly.
Yeah.
And that's all that's left. And so now we've got all the cod is smaller, and as the submitter who put it on the Fark headline, they are children of a lesser cod.
Oh.
Yeah, I hate puns. I like that one. I was like, you went on that one.
That is good.
Yeah.
You lost the interest of the audience because I posted the Twitter video.
Oh, we might have to wait a couple minutes.
They've left.
They're going to be gone. Yeah, they're all watching it now. Yeah, we better wait a couple minutes here.
Yeah,
everybody's
all donged out.
Yeah, they're all there. Nobody wants to care about the cod population or watching the hurdler.
Yeah.
But that's a good idea, though. I didn't think about that because we can't show it, but I guess you can click on it if you want to.
I mean,
they're all
going. There's nothing stopping you grown adults from looking at that man's dick while he runs.
It's got completely silent. Nobody's there.
That's why I said no one is talking. No one is just. We've lost the audience.
A couple people might have passed out.
Everyone's watching.
Oh my stars!
It's dead silent over there. That's
I hear snaps of the tape measures.
Yeah,
this would be a good time, Drew, for you to give me the Fark credit card number so I can order this pussy.
Exactly. I'll just give you the password. Hell with it.
I told you.
If any of you dudes are thinking about, offing yourself because of that, it's not worth it. It's like an average penis is just fine.
Yeah. All right. Well, they're still gone, but we should do I only got one more anyway, so let's bumper this out. And then we got to finish it up.
Potty mouth parrot needs a home.
Christine, that sounds like you.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, we're gonna hear it. We gotta hear it.
Yeah, we gotta hear the Christine and Polly show.
Yeah. So I think we've talked about this guy before. This might be the last swearing parrot we had on. He was brought into the Forever Paws Animal Shelter, I think, over a year ago, and for whatever reason, now he's ready to be adopted. Although it's not because he has stopped cussing. He's actually accelerated. He's doing a lot more.
Why? Because he got over that mange or whatever he's got there in that picture.
Oh, he still got it, actually. Yeah, you can see there he doesn't have, they said, because they were feeding him like garbage. So all his feathers fell off the front there. But otherwise, he's real friendly and he's happy. And there is a little video to go along with it. I couldn't find an uncensored one, but I found a local news article on it. And I can cut a minute off of it because the first minute is done.
At Forever. And that's
Parrot
Hendricks, who had him. Staff here have been helping him readjust. But when it comes to his vocabulary, that's something that might take a little time.
Bird, he'll say thank you.
Like
he'll say good morning, baby. Other than the niceties, that's as far as the niceties go.
That's right.
Oh,
Hendricks is a rated R bird.
Yay!
The rest of it is slurs, cusses, things I can't repeat on camera.
Oh,
Rude and crude.
What are you doing with that foot?
He may not flip you the bird, but he'll voice it.
There was nobody in this room with him. He was up front, and we just heard him start cussing up a storm. So we're not sure.
So when the shelter posted on social media that he's in need of a home, comparing him to Samuel L. Jackson.
The first time I heard him drop the MFR word, it was the first thing I thought it was snakes on a plane.
They couldn't hold back details that the bird knows a lot of words and a parental advisory is necessary.
Oh my God.
Home, and then all of
I want to point out too that they said that he says he cusses all the time. And he also says cracker, and they're not sure that that's he's talking about actual crackers.
They're talking about that's not the slur.
I feel like it's a different slur.
There's other slurs.
They're dropping N-bombs.
I'm guessing
he wants a cracker.
I was thinking like
according to our president, the N-bomb is nuclear.
Yes, that's right. It is.
By the way,
yeah, and I'm waiting for him to say that live on TV too. But anyway, yeah. So this guy cuts up. So they put him up for adoption. Thousands of people applied. Apparently, he's gone to his forever home where he's probably hanging out with his new owner.
Yeah, the KKK was like, "That's the bird for us."
Yeah, we need this guy. Let's see.
Yeah, we need a new mascot.
Yeah. So there you go.
Nice.
It all ended happily in the end.
Or did it?
Nice. There you go. And that's it.
Way to go.
Yeah.
What a good week.
Yeah. A great week.
Great week.
I had
Nuclear
so much
war, religious nuts. I mean, people.
Yeah.
And a man's nuts.
A man's nuts.
Lots of nuts of all kinds. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Chock full of nuts this episode was.
yeah, it was. For real.
Next week is July 3rd. It'll be
oh my
July
God.
4th Eve. Independence Eve.
Otherwise known as the
birthday.
10th day in a row, my neighbors will be lighting fireworks off. They've already started.
Also, a couple days prior to Black Sabbath's last show ever. They say.
Really?
Yep.
Is it?
Ozzy's going to be there, and going to be live streaming. I'm going to be watching
them out.
Yeah, I don't know what it's going to look like because I'm gonna watch the live stream. There's going to be a lot of bands there, but I want to see how they do it.
Yeah, how they going to pull it off?
Ozzy's not in good shape, I don't think.
No, that's why you don't see him ever.
Right. Yeah. Well, you're going to see him that day. It's coming up.
No, maybe it'll be a hologram Ozzy. Like
there you go, AI Ozzy.
Yeah.
But it'll be the AI God, not Ozzy.
Maybe it'll be like a robot AI Ozzy that tears the people's heads off.
I kind of feel like,
the time is now, motherfuckers.
I feel like Ozzy doesn't give a shit what he looks like. He's just gonna show up and really just be like,
yeah,
right.
I read a thing that said he said that he might die on stage, so we'll see what happens.
That'd be a hell of a
would be great
promotion.
Yeah,
I think a giant bat's gonna swoop in the sky and bite his head off and take him to wherever his final place is. I don't know. We'll see.
The Dark Realm. He's the prince of darkness.
Yeah, he is the prince of darkness. Yep.
That's cool.
So
my neighbors have already started lighting their fireworks off. They got them already. And luckily, it's dry as a bone out there, so I'm sure that won't be a problem.
That'll be nice and safe.
Yeah, I mean, like every year, right? What are you gonna do? Yeah. I'm still waiting for the local advisory to not shoot your gun in the air because they do that every year, and then people still do it. I think it reminds them they have fun. And they're like, "Oh, wait a minute."
Yeah, that's Detroit.
Currently in Houston, there's like all these breaking news alerts that I'm getting because there's a woman like dancing around on the highway holding a gun.
Oh,
I don't know if she's angry
it's going down while we're still doing the show.
Yeah,
I hope she's not angry.
Wow.
I don't know. Maybe she's naked. I don't know because I feel like someone in Houston with a gun dancing around on the highway. That's not news. I feel like
advertising a gun store.
That's just another day in rush hour traffic over there.
45 and Cypress Wood is the name of it.
Nice.
Cypress Wood.
There's a great video of not that intersection where people are turning around because the road's blocked, but I don't know that that's for video content.
No, if you type in 45 and Cypress Wood and hit news, then you'll see all the women involved in standoff in the middle of the freeway.
Oh, it was a standoff.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like she's got a chair and is sitting down.
That's really smart. She planned ahead.
Yeah, she's doing great.
I feel like it's not a standoff if she's sitting.
And she's not shooting people. That's not really stand
Hey,
out either.
you know, she's thinking outside the box, and what's
Maybe
more
she-
American than that, huh?
Shoot
Huh?
people.
I'm using an ad blocker, so I can't go any further. It won't
Ah,
let
there you
me.
go.
But anyway,
yeah,
so
well,
yeah.
Good
All right,
times.
I'm gonna
Thanks
go
for
check
letting
that
me
out.
be late, guys. I had a
Yeah,
meeting.
glad you made it for the hurdler story because I needed somebody to explain that.
Yeah, that was the big.
The live play-by-play.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Appreciate it.
Thanks for showing me.
Hey, no problem. I got you covered.
Thanks for
that.
showing me
And
a delicious looking wang.
I'm drinking right now.
Oh, she's
so.
thirsty.
Ah,
a little dry there for a second.
Is that vodka and pussy from?
Yes,
Yeah, the
Mixed
Netherlands' own pussy.
Yeah.
Strawberry daiquiri.
Oh,
okay.
way different than what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That new
All
job
right,
of
guys.
yours is pretty
Well, we'll
cool.
probably do this again next week because I'll be around. I'm not going anywhere. I got to shoot my guns
Yeah.
off on the 3rd. So
Yeah, man, you got to shoot back at the sky.
that's right. Yeah, or the
Stop
hurricane.
being hot.
Yeah, stop being hot, Sky.
Noise.
Take that.
Let's do
All
it.
right, well, we will see y'all next week. Here where the damn muffin is. In there somewhere.